A millionaire CEO living large is suddenly dead.
Getting him to describe his alleged activities would be like reading a Jason Bourne novel.
But did wealthy and mysterious Jose Lantigua die a natural death? Or was this something more ominous?
Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. And you really couldn't have made this up.
A fatal rare disease, international intrigue, and a family ensnared in a twisted tale of deception.
You know, I'm so blessed. How did I get so lucky?
Spun by a master storyteller.
Yep, I thought it was like a fairy tale, and I was a princess.
But as you're about to learn, her prince, Jose Lantigua, is really a dead man walking.
Stand with us at Circle K. Buy American.
Everyone in Jacksonville, Florida knew Lantigua's face. The owner of discount furniture stores, his commercials for the Circle K chain even made him a local celebrity.
America, we have a choice. We can save our country.
And selling dining room tables and bedroom sets made Lantigua very rich.
Would you say he was a millionaire?
He told me he was. He said that he had millions.
Crime Watch Daily sitting down with Lantigua's wife Daphne in an exclusive interview about the man she thought was her knight in shining armor.
He was a really fascinating person, very kind, very thoughtful.
Daphne Simpson is a deeply religious woman. Her first husband was a pastor, and like many singles, Daphne logged on for love, hoping to meet a nice guy through a Christian dating site. It wasn't long before a match was made in heaven with the successful Cuban immigrant turned furniture king.
When I told the girls at work, you know, that I had gone out with this particular gentleman, and they were like, oh my gosh, you know, he's so awesome. He's, you know, a great person here in the community. He's contributed to so many, you know, charities and everything.
Daphne, who's originally from Texas, moved to Jacksonville, and when she went back to the Lone Star State to visit her kids, they could tell she was smitten with her new Romeo.
She was, just so giddy and telling me about this amazing man that she had met and at how much she liked him.
After 4 months of dating, Daphne's Cuban Casanova popped the question. It was in his usual grand style at a fancy restaurant with long-stemmed red roses and champagne on ice waiting tableside.
Sounds like a TV show, The Bachelorette, right?
I know, I was just like, whoa, it just blew me away.
After dinner, Jose gets down on bended knee, and out comes the only thing sweeter than chocolate-covered strawberries. A 5-carat diamond engagement ring.
That's a big ring.
Yeah, it was. It was, like I said, very, wow. It was huge, very blingy.
Was your mom in love with him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She was, I would say, infatuated with him.
And why wouldn't she be? Jose was divorced, his children grown adults. Daphne says he rolled out the red carpet for her own adult children, even inviting them to move into his mini mansion on exclusive Fleming Island, an upscale coastal community about 15 miles from Jacksonville.
He brought all of us into his fold, my sisters, myself. Immediately he was like, I want you guys to move here into Florida.
Jose even dazzled Daphne and her kids with intriguing stories about his past as a high-ranking military officer. But he embellished those tales, saying he worked with the CIA carrying out top-secret missions in South America.
I was like, have you killed people before? What kind of operations did you do? So he would tell me in depth.
Everyone's future looked bright, especially when Lantigua made Circle K a family business, giving the kids jobs. It was one big Brady Bunch in the making.
It was like we were one beautiful, big, happy family.
The pair honeymooned in North Carolina, where they quickly snapped up a rustic mountain retreat.
Beautiful views. It was gorgeous. He wanted to start renovating on it.
And renovate they did. Jose even building, of all things, a panic room. Just like in the movies, a secret lair completely concealed to the naked eye.
So he had this safe room built so that the family would be safe. We could all go up there if, chaos broke out.
Daphne was living a dream come true. The newly blended family enjoyed vacations, celebrated holidays together, and welcomed new grandchildren into the world.
I mean, honestly, he sounds perfect.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, wow. And he, told me we're soulmates.
But the dream of a marriage was about to become a nightmare. Daphne says just a few months later, Jose drops a shocker, telling her he's dying from a rare condition called CJD, better known as mad cow disease.
So he told you he had mad cow disease.
Yes.
How did he go about explaining this?
He has me in his arms and he says, I have something I have to tell you. I have CJD, and I didn't even know what CJD was. And he explained that it was a brain disease and that there was no cure for it, nothing could be done, and that he had maybe 6 months to live. And I remember I started bawling because we'd only been married for a short time, and now I think he's dying and that I'm only going to have 6 more months with him.
Daphne says Jose told her he contracted the disease while he was in the military and had to eat monkey brains while on assignment in the jungle.
He said that one of the missions that they had gone on, he had to interact with the locals, where he had been the guest of honor, and therefore you had to eat what's given to you. And he had eaten raw monkey brain at that time.
You spoke with the doctor?
Yes, I did.
And what did the doctor tell you?
That he had CJD and he would answer any questions I had. We went to an MRI clinic and he had an MRI done of his brain.
Did he show you the MRI or any x-rays or anything?
I did look at it, but I didn't know. I mean, it had a bunch of white spots everywhere, so I just assumed, that's part of the disease.
Daphne and Jose went to Miami, breaking the devastating news to their extended family members. But not long after they get home, Jose makes a completely different and even more shocking admission to Daphne.
He sat me down and said, I have something to tell you. I needed to let you know that all that stuff I told you about the CJD was a lie. And I did it to protect the family, and I didn't want anybody to know what the real truth was, to protect you.
Suddenly, Jose writes up a dark second chapter in his story.
Antigua tells his wife, Daphne, my background is catching up on me.
Coming up, now Jose claims it's worse than mad cow. There is a great danger lurking for the family.
As I told you, I was a Special Forces operations officer that actually took out and assassinated a cartel leader in South America. And I need to fake my death now, otherwise my life is at risk, and your life, and your family as well.
And Jose needs everyone but Daphne to believe he would soon die in the jungles south of the border from horrible disease.
He was going to Venezuela for mad cow disease.
At any point, are there any red flags going off?